technology to the forefront will also be present.
Yeah, we're in front of Wayne Haas, the lobby guy in the police station, and actually that was the first dialogue system that we nailed for the game. It was really capturing what we had in mind. We tried to go for a psychological gameplay,
And still the best one, in my opinion.
yeah, in terms of the realization and everything, and but it was really with this one that we really tried to make you believe that you're talking to a real person, and that you could really have an influence on what's going on and everything. And like you said, John, it was from an animation standpoint. This one is brilliant. You really see his expressions and how
that one is all
portrayed.
keyframe.
It's all
Entirely
keyframe, and it's the one that works. It works the best.
You just want to slap him. That's
Yeah,
how good he
yeah,
is. You just want to like wake up. You like whiz, you know.
And actually, in the original, also the design of the conversation, you can see behind him there are some pills that are into a trash can or on the shelf. I can't remember, but. Originally, you were supposed into the game mechanic to be able to look around, and if you had the right augmentation, you would spot the blackmail item that you could use in the conversation.
Yeah, the original design for the special augment was much simpler than what we ended up with in the game, and it was just really like you could scan the environment and find a blackmail item, and you could then bring that up if you had the social log. And so we had written that one specifically to encapsulate that that particular weakness in Wayne's background.
What were they, like anxiety pills or something?
Yeah, they were antidepressants because he's got such a bad life,
Well, we got to say that the actor, that was the first one, like you said, for the dialogue challenge, and obviously we had the pressure to find the right guy who was going to be able to help bring this to life. And again, like, God bless the stars that were shining on us, because this guy walked in and we fell in love. I forget his name, but we fell in love with him right away. And just over time, like, the guy, he brought Wayne really to life. That with the animations that were done, like you said. Again, another example of a really good fit of the visuals with the voice, the acting.
Yeah, that's really true.
It all came together.
Totally fits, yeah.
And it worked out really well. And I think through the whole 3 years or 4 years of dev, we were always saying, referring to him as poor Wayne.
And what's really funny about it, the acting was so good, is because Wayne was never supposed to be a very important character. I think in our blueprint, we just said you have a discussion with the desk sergeant. And it was really no major character that we were having at all. And yet it was so good, and the animations worked so well, and the voice acting did, that he became such a memorable character that we had to bring him back later in the game.
Yeah, and it's the first one that we presented to the press and to the people, so
we knew his lines by heart.
We saw it so many times that we were,
It was like a joke at the office. We'd say his lines
all the time.
continuously.
And the one thing that I'm sure people do notice is that, of course, the recording and all that went on during like a 3-year process. So when Elias Tufexis, who plays Adam Jensen, came in, I mean, there's a certain evolution over time that takes place organically of trying to find the character.
When an actor gets into his role over time,
once he found the voice, we never had to like bring him back and say, "Oh, listen to this, and we think you're a bit different." But you can tell that he hadn't quite perfectly found it yet. And in fact, there was one line that bugged me for like 3 years, and we did a retake at the end where he really stepped out of his character, because we were still trying to define the box of, okay, well, when you get really angry, this is how angry you get. And we were trying to define that and saying, well, think of Jensen more as a Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood never really yells, but you can tell when he's really pissed just through the sort of grimace in the voice, And he really took that to heart. And I remember he came back, he goes, I watched Unforgiven for like 3 days, and he's like, I know exactly how I want to play it, because it's a very difficult scene for him, because he's got to be mad and sort of toy with them, and they have a history, but yet Jensen has to be, you're the hero, so you got to be calm, cool, and collected.
Yeah.
So it was quite challenging for him early on when he was still
he
trying
wanted
to find
redo it.
And he did actually. This was one of the first things he ever did. And 4 years later, as we're finishing recording, we had to do a retake for the social log, and he hurt himself and said, "Oh my God, that's horrible. I'll do it all over for free, I swear." But unfortunately, we couldn't. Too much was on it. So
now Elias Tufexis will work for free.